Okay guys, I'm back with another book review, and this is called City of Ember, Prophet of Yonwood by Jane DeProw. Now this is a really cool book because this is the prequel to the entire City of Ember series. So this is what we've been waiting for all these weeks. Now, this book is an amazing book because the main characters are Nikki and Grover and Alifa Tower. Now, Alifa Tower one day has a vision of the future, and she just lies down, like faints. So the people say she could tell the future. What if she was trying to send a message to us people from the gods? So, Alifa Tower murmurs in his sleep like, "No dogs, there's no dogs in the world." After being in that kind of dream world, and the people of Yonwood, yes, that's a city name, actually interpret this as a message from God. So they if she says, "There's no dogs in the world," no dogs, banned. There's no light in the world, no light, banned. There's no talking in the world, no talking, banned. So they're really stupid. But at that same time, there's one man who actually somehow made contact to aliens. And this will get really important later in the book, so keep it in your mind. Now, Nikki eventually says, "Okay, we need to stop this," and goes to the prophet, and she says, "Wake up, sleepyhead!" And she wakes up, and she tells everything that happened since she was asleep for 6 months, and eventually everything gets back to normal. But the real Easter egg is that Nikki's father. The thing is, Nikki's father actually was the person who built the City of Ember in the first place. And not only that, Nikki was one of the first people to live in the City of Ember. But the thing is, before she died, she left a kind of journal and hid it behind a stone, so the people of Ember could find it. But it happens to be the very book that June and Lina found behind that rock while they were trying to climb across that very narrow passageway when they were escaping Ember. I don't know if you remember it, but in the first book, they found a journal on the ground behind a rock. That's that very journal. And the thing is that I told you about the person who made contact with aliens. I should have told you this earlier, but in the Diamond of Darkhold, the third book, what happened is at the end of the book, there was some kind of star that was constantly moving around the sky. And people of Sparks wonder what that was, but it turned out to be a spaceship that person who made contact with aliens made. So what happened is that guy, when the City of Ember was built, that guy and his friends blasted off to the alien planet, and 100 years later, that very rocket came back to Earth to see what was happening. Incredible Easter egg. So that's that. Now I rate this a 5 out of 5, among all the books, because this is the middle part is kind of this entire part is except this part. This entire part is all kind of background things. You don't need to think about that. But this ending, it's just so nostalgic. That was the best ending ever, honestly. So I guess I'll meet you in another book review. And we're almost to 30 subs, so you have to smash that like button and subscribe. Bye.